Okay, so you've all reviewed the wise ways for these 4 indicators, and what did you learn from the wise ways that might inform our discussion?
Well, first of all, the wise ways explains how we should connect things that we're about to present in class with the things we've already gone over, the previous lessons. And it's always a good idea to let the students know where we're going, where we're headed, what they're going to learn.
Stimulating the students' interest in the topic has always been important to me, I think very important. I took a look at the videos and indicators in action. The teacher talks about hooks or clever ways to hook the student on the topic to make it interesting to them. And just watching those videos, well, I got hooked on it.
Right, and the indicators for modeling, demonstration, and graphics explain some of those hooks. They also mention cues for advanced organizers.
Yep. So I'm thinking that we should assess these 4 indicators together. So how about we take the next month and focus just on these 4?
First, let's assess them and see if we think we need help on all 4.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So these indicators say all teachers, so we need to keep that in mind. I'd add this doesn't mean all teachers do this sometimes. Okay? It means they routinely use these methods for introducing a new lesson. So what do you think? Are all of our teachers pretty consistent about this? Yeah. Great. I think we were wise to assess these 4 indicators as limited development or implementation. We all think that most of our teachers properly introduce new topics most of the time, but we really don't have any evidence. So I also think we correctly determined these to be high priority indicators and fairly easily achieved, so quick wins on that. I will send an email out tomorrow to the teachers to let them know we'll be discussing these indicators at the faculty meeting next week. I will also ask Mr. Kowalski and Ms. Sackett to be prepared to tell us how they introduce lessons. They're real masters at whole class instruction. So those are my first tasks. Sharon, you said your instructional team would look at how we can use peer evaluations and
That's correct,
observations
yes.
to gather evidence over the next few weeks. These peer observations have been very successful. So, of course, we will be sure that I include these indicators in my walkthroughs. So, another task for me.
The principal seems to get a lot of tasks.
But not too many. We are sharing this work. The instructional teams are doing great, and this leadership team has been a wonderful source of energy throughout the school, so thank you. Time to adjourn?
Next meeting is in 2 weeks, same place, same time. I will send you the meetings from this meeting, minutes from this meeting, and the agenda and the wise ways for the next one. We're moving ahead with a few more indicators from teacher-directed whole class instruction, and I bet we can see some really good videos and indicators in action, and I think we should videotape our own teachers because we have some really good ones.
Did you notice that this leadership team reviewed their current list of tasks? What was accomplished? What is past due? What is coming up that needs to be completed? They celebrated their success on what they had accomplished. They reviewed the wise ways associated with the indicators they were going to discuss prior to the leadership team meeting, as well as viewing indicators in action. They took the time to carefully assess the indicators. They assessed indicators as limited development if they did not currently have the evidence to support that indicator. They had systems in place to notify the whole staff about what they are working on. And they divided tasks among all the members of the leadership team, not just to the principal. This is shared work, work that builds leadership capacity.